Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Doreen Reed, and I post content on things that are educational, creative, and cultural. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer to my channel, welcome, maximum respect, big up yourself. I always have to tell you that. If you're watching this video and you've not yet subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below, and of course give this video a thumbs up. It doesn't take much, just a little, yeah, quick to thumbs up. All right, so I'm going to get straight into today's video. I'm going to be talking about um, words that are in our Jamaican Creole vocabulary that are directly connected to our African ancestry. Now, one of the things about Jamaica and this thing about out of many one people and how we came about and came into existence, we can find the remnants of the African continent in most of the things that we do, our food, the way we talk, the way we dress sometimes, the type of dance that we do, just many of the things that are so cultural about us. But one of the things that is so strong about us as a people, it has to do with our language. Yes, it has to do with our language. And a lot of times we don't really take some time to think about the words that we're saying, the origin of them. Yes, we are known to make up words here in Jamaica, right? Because we have a number of different slangs, that we use to describe things. But there are some things that are so ingrained and entrenched in us that are very much directly related to our African ancestry, and I'm going to share some of those words with you and what these words actually mean. And as you are listening to them, if you've heard any of these words before, I want you to just put in the comment section which of the words you've heard before. Yes, and of course, listen and just share some others that I would not have shared. And if you are listening and you're not from Jamaica, you're maybe from one of these African spaces or even another Caribbean island and you use the same words, it would be nice if you could also just share with us so we can all learn from each other. Now, as I give you the terms, I'm also going to give you the African language in which the words can be found. Now, I'm not very afraid with all of them in terms of the pronunciation, so I'm really hoping in pronouncing the type of language that it is connected to in the African realm, that I'm pronouncing them correctly. But I know that I am pronouncing the patois words very correct because all of them are words that I would have become accustomed to growing up as a child, and even now in my everyday life, I still use some of them. So let us go straight into it. Enough of the talking. So let's go. So the first one, Anansi. Now, we all know the term Anansi. We talk about the Spider-Man, we talk about Anansi the trickster, etc. Now, we know that Anansi means spider. And based on history, and if we studied culture and folklore, we know that Anansi is one of the folk heroes of the Caribbean. And we have a lot of Anansi stories that a number of us would have engaged in growing up. And the language of Anansi is from the people of Akan. Yes, the people of Akan. Now, number two is the word afu. I don't know if any of you have ever heard that word, afu. And it means yam. And when I found it, it suddenly made sense, like a light bulb went off in my head because my grandfather was a farmer. And so he used to talk about a nice piece of afu yam, right? And so when I just, okay, it's just a type of yam. And I just left it at that. So when I saw it and I realized that the term Afro actually came directly out of Africa and it's a part again of the Akan language, and I'm like, this is suddenly making sense. I know this word. I heard my grandfather use it and I use it. And even now, if I see the same type of yam, I'll just call it Afu yam. The third word is Bafan. Bafan. I don't know if you've ever heard this word. And again, this one is also from the Akan language. And in the African realm, it actually means, in the African continent, it actually means slight, a child who hasn't learned to walk, who is between maybe the age of 2 and 7, who is not yet who hasn't learned to walk. But in Jamaica, the term bafan is used to describe somebody who is slight and somebody who is awkward. So we always tell people, go find some man, you want to come and say, bafan, you're too slight. You know, that's how I heard the term being used growing up. And even to date, you know, if I use it, I use it in the same context. Number 4, busy. Busy. And again, that is busy is from this is a part of the Akan language. And it's in African they refer to it as a kola nut as well. Now we all know that busy is that miracle medicinal not that everybody should have. So you take the busy, you get it, you dry it, you beat it, and you grind it, and you make it into a powder substance, and we use it to make tea, or some person just use it as a paste to eat for poison, and just for about any kind of ailment. So the busy is one of those miracle medicine. So yes, this concept of busy, or the word busy, came to us out of Africa, brought here by the enslaved people. Number 5, kasha. Kasha, that again is from the Akan language, and it means thorn. Now, when I saw this again, it brought back memories for me, because where I grew up in the country, I'm from Clarendon, and I grew up in the country, I lived near a river. And across from the river, we had a whole lot of kasha. And I remember my grandfather used to sometimes use it when he's planting yams, and they use them sometimes as yam stick. We use them for wood fire. We use them for a range of things. And we just know them as kasha. You know, and I just kind of took it for granted, and I didn't pay much attention to it. But when I started doing this research and I came across the word kasha, again, another light bulb went off, because I realized that I grew up using this word quite frequently, and at no point in time did I even consider the origin of the word. Yes. Number 6, dukuno, and I'm sure a number of us would know this one, dukuno. This is also from the Akan language, and of course when I saw it online, it referred to it as a part of the Ashanti Twi. And we know that the dukuno is a type of dessert. Yes, and it's in Jamaica, it's called blue jaws, and it's called taya leaf. So it's one of those things you make with the cornmeal, etc. You put it in the banana leaf, and you know, wrap it and tie it up nicely and put it back in the pot, right? A number of us know that one, right? The dukuno. And it's one of my favorite things that my grandmother used to make a lot. As a matter of fact, all of us in the yard used to look forward to grandma making that. Number 7, kokobe. Kokobe. Now, I don't know how many of you know that term, that word, kokobe. Kokobe is again from the Akan language, and it means leprosy. Now, this is another one that jumped out of me when I saw it, because I remember growing up, they would always tell you, don't go anywhere near bullfrogs, because they will spit kokobe on you. And when they spit kokobe on you, some things will come up on your body and they can't come off, or they take long to get better. I don't know if anybody scared you with that as a child, but that scared me as a child. And so to this very date, I am so afraid of frogs, as in bullfrogs. It's unbelievable. But the term kokobe, what we use here in Jamaica, that we say the frog, when the frog spit on you, will give you kokobe, it is also coming out of our African ancestry. Now, here is another one, the term ginal. Now, that's a Jamaican term. Everybody uses it to describe people. And of course, ladies, you know this one a lot, because a number of us use it to describe the men. You said, why the man ginal? Man ginal bad, man this, man that, yeah? Ginal is one of the terms that we use frequently to describe our male counterparts. And the word ginal is also from the Akan language. Now, here's the difference. It means, in the African space, it means stupid, a stupid person, or someone that you should not take seriously. But we know that in a Jamaican context, we are using it to refer to a con man, somebody who will con us out of something that belongs to us, or to get something from us, or for whatever reason. Ginal is the Jamaican, is another term for conman, or conman is another term for ginal. Number 9, kaba kaba. Anybody know what kaba kaba mean? Right? Maybe some of the younger generations may not know the term kaba kaba. Yes, Kaba Kaba is also from the Akan, is a part of the Akan language, and also the Yoruba as well. And what it actually means, it means somebody who is inferior or somebody who is worthless. Now, I remember when I was growing up, again, it's the same thing. People used to always talk about, no, me not talk to she because she a kaba kaba. No, me no want this a man to deal with her that the woman have to deal with because them a kaba kaba. Yes, because it means somebody was inferior, worthless. So you don't want to associate yourself with anybody who is kaba kaba. And the term kaba kaba is also very prominent in one of the Louise Bennett's poem. You can go and check it out for yourself. All right. And number 10, mumu. I don't know if you also know this one, mumu. Mumu is also a part of the Akan language. It's a part of the from the connected to the Yoruba as well. And there's this other term, the Mende, and I'm hoping I'm pronouncing these correctly. And another one is the Ewe, E-W-E. So all my people who are listening, if the pronunciation of those two last ones are not correct, please just write how it is pronounced in the comment section, and then I will learn it. The term mumu actually means dumb or stupid. These days, I hardly hear people calling anybody mumu, but I used to hear it a lot when I was younger and growing up. So they would either call you mumu or they would call you bubu. Yes, but the term mumu also meant dumb or stupid, right? And so I don't know if you've heard, but doing this video for me is a little bit nostalgic because I'm so familiar with these words, and just to be able to make that connection to another space of ancestry, and because knowing that some of these terms too, I've not heard them in a long time being used in particular spaces, and then coming upon them, you know, it just kind of reminded me of childhood. It reminded me of my grandparents. It reminded me of rural Jamaica, and it just kind of reminded me of how rich our heritage is right here in Jamaica, and of course the wider Caribbean. This has brought us now to the end of our video. That's 10 words of our patois that's very much connected to our African ancestry. Now, before I close out this video, I'm asking you now to do something. Put in the comment section if you're familiar with any of these words, and just write the ones that you're familiar with. If you're from another Caribbean island and you use these words, just put it in the comment section, the ones that you actually use. And if you know any other words, right, that's patois origin and it's connected to the African ancestry and still being used, also just put it in the comment section, and so we can all learn from each other. I am going to do another video with a part 2 where we are going to look at 10 others that are also connected to our African ancestry. All right, so go ahead and put in the comment section. I can't wait to see some of the terms that you're going to write, and so we can learn from each other. Until I make another video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. Walk good.